Let's be real, if you've ever thought about playing Marvel Snap, the game has honestly finally found its rhythm. The economy is balanced, the reward system is predictable, and you can now build real decks without ever really feeling stuck. So whether you're starting fresh or you're coming back after a long break, here is what's going on. Here's what's changed, here's what's stayed the same, and how to get the most out of the next 30 days of coming back or starting Marvel Snap. The game today is a completely new foundation. When we look at the card economy, which is typically a dangerous word, the old one was kind of like a lottery more than anything else. Now, with the introduction of Snap Packs, it's a lot more structured and flexible. So you've got collector's tokens, you've got Snap Packs, you've got medals in the Conquest shop and all those rewards, and it's a lot easier to target cards than it ever has been before, especially now with Snap Packs, because not only do you get a brand new card and you know the exact pool of cards you're pulling from, if you have multiple cards that you even need in that specific either collector's pack or seasonal pack, but in addition, you get further rewards, which can be credits, it can be boosters, it can be more cosmetics, but it can also be more cards. So what that results in is being able to pace and plan your collection a lot more effectively than we ever have had before. You can more so target for an archetype now rather than just constantly only rolling the dice. And with new progression systems as well, we're seeing a lot more calendars come on back. The login rewards are constantly appearing. You've got, of course, you have your daily missions, your weekly missions, and those are even getting bumped up pretty regularly now too. So between that and the rank rewards, there's just a lot of ways to get resources back for a brand new or returning player. You're being rewarded for your time rather than just, okay, I have a number. And in regards to the balance of rewards, whether it be your season passes or your bundles, now you have a much better balance and reward for if you choose to invest in that direction. But even as a free-to-play player, your daily missions and the amount of cards and resources you get per month, you're getting 3 to 5 new cards every month without spending a dime. In short, Snap in 2025 rewards consistency and not luck. The more you play with purpose, the faster you grow. Now let's talk about what has not changed, what has stayed the same. For example, like the core mechanics, of course, you know, the main priority mechanics of snapping and retreating and understanding those disciplines, they still separate your infinite players from everybody else. Understanding those fundamentals really never ages, because if you master them, you're going to climb up in the ranks, you're going to have a much better experience, you're going to enjoy playing Marvel Snap once again, or for the first time. What else hasn't changed? The community. The community is still thriving. We have more creators than ever. We have casters, we have players, we see a whole new community also arriving with the appearance of the Golden Gauntlet tournament series that Marvel Snap officially now has, produced by yours truly. Open qualifiers for free, regional brackets, world finals, thousands of gold given away, thousands of collector's tokens given away. It's really become a center, the heartbeat, if you will, of Marvel Snap every single month now. So whether you're a returning player or you're a brand new player, it's a great place to connect, but also make a name for yourself. Several past winners were players without full collections, missing dozens of brand new cards, or recent cards didn't matter because they just were playing what they were comfortable with and they succeeded. But beyond that, you've still got Discord, Reddit, Twitch, YouTube, of course, if you're here. There's still a lot happening in the world of creation of deck lists and new metas and memes and fun, and all of that is still up and thriving. And lastly, Snap just plays like nothing else. There's no other game that has the fast mechanics of snapping and going into a 5-minute game with high intensity and then re-rolling, and now with other game modes that are even faster, like 3 turns fast. It's still just something completely unique versus every other card game out there. All right, with that said, let's look at this practically. Let's look at the next 30 days and how to succeed and play inside Marvel Snap right now. Number 1, focus on your fundamentals. Forget chasing the metas when you're first starting. whether you're coming back to the game and there are brand new meta decks and you're looking at what's going on, focus on what you have and focus on what you can do with that. You can control the turn mechanics by understanding priority. You can focus on when and when not to snap, when to retreat, when to stay in for 4 or 8 cubes. That is all within your control, and those are fundamentals whether you're a brand new player or you're a 3-year player. Does not matter. Focusing on those will help you right away. Step number 2, build a core deck early. So there's a lot of really strong Series 3 cards, and if you're a brand new player, it's very fast to get into Series 3 right away and even start targeting very specific cards, whether it be something like Ronin or Null or Patriot. There are lots of different decks that can pilot you all the way up the ranks and even into Infinite that have 0 Series 5 cards. And within 30 days, you'll definitely unlock a couple of very specific targeted cards where you can go, I can build that deck, I can pilot that deck, I'm gonna have a good time on my climb. Number 3, invest smart. So every resource, whether it's a token, whether it's credits, whether it's bundles that you invest in or not, it's all an investment. And the way that you invest needs to be by looking at archetypes. For example, you could unlock one very specific card that unlocks an entire archetype in and of itself versus unlocking 10 cards that are just going to sit in your collection and collect dust because you're not wanting to play them right now. And as for bundle targeting, if you're using gold or any other investment, you're looking for cards that you do not have, because now when you unlock a variant of a card you do not have, you also get the base card too. So when you invest into Snap, you're not investing in that sense. You're more so fueling your growth rate and understanding how to smartly, if that's even a word, invest your time, your energy, and your resources, the faster you will progress in these 30 days. Number 4, play consistently, not constantly. Remember, a focused amount of time that you're truly making smart plays and intentional snaps is going to beat 5, 6, 12 hours of mindless snapping and just getting frustrated on ladder. That's just not healthy. We all would rather see good players stay for shorter periods of time and come back to the game over and over and over again. But don't neglect those daily missions either. Those resources are incredibly valuable for somebody starting or coming back to the game. They will stack, so make sure you're logging in daily at minimum, get those rewards, and climb up the collection levels. Step number 5, set realistic goals. I mean, if you're coming to the game right from the very beginning, you're trying to build momentum. It's not about hitting that specific milestone. Realistic goal could be rank 60, maybe rank 70, build a couple of solid decks, and have a positive cube rate average. That's success. What you're doing with that is laying down the initial building blocks for what will soon become infinite, and it will make it feel even better. Now, just as importantly, let's also cover some of the habits that often slow down new or returning players. Okay, trap number 1, chasing every patch change deck that comes out. Must try the new variation of this. I need to unlock the cards for this and get this one because there's constantly changes. You've got OTAs happening every couple of weeks. And if you rebuild your deck every single Thursday that there's an OTA in the process, you're not really mastering any specific one. Trap 2, over-investing in the wrong places. For example, dropping, an extra 5,000, 6,000 tokens because a card looked fun and felt good in the very, very short term might not be helping you long term. It'll delay real progress in these first 30 days. So grow within what you already own. If you're running a destroy deck and you want to target Null, great decision. Ghost Spider, maybe not so much. Trap number 3, perfectionism. Look, you don't need to play perfectly because first off, that's impossible. What you do need is consistent math. Infinite players still lose. They just lose for less. So just as much as Marvel Snap is a card game, it is definitely also a resource game. Respect your time, respect your tokens, and respect your cubes. So let's be real, if you've ever been curious about playing Marvel Snap, this really is the perfect entry point. The systems are fair, the rewards make sense, and the community is thriving. So take the pieces from this roadmap, and you'll go from either new or rusty to confident in 30 days, without burnout. Focus on fundamentals, invest with intent, measure progress in cubes and not luck. If this helped, drop a comment. Are you coming in fresh or are you coming back? And as always, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.